Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up, baseball science? How's it going? Hey, Mary, how's it going? Guys are about to get a view ahead of possible severe weather that we're going to be dealing with today. Right now, I am in Seminole, Oklahoma. I'm getting ready to head north a little bit and get closer to I-40 so I can jet over to the east. Basically, got some skinny towers trying to go up all around me right now. There's some towers going up to the north of me as well. So we're just going to kind of follow these and see if they can break through the cap. I haven't seen anything lets me think that anything's broken through the cap now. Hey, what's up, ugly kid Seth? What's up? It's looking like the good news is for anyone in the Oklahoma City area, that threat is moving more towards the east. Still a slight possibility, but that dry line to this point is pretty much moved east past Oklahoma City. But yeah. Yeah, there's going to be little rain showers popping up everywhere. There's a really narrow corridor of moisture that's being pulled up from the south, basically extending just to the east of Oklahoma City and just to the west of Fort Smith, and it's narrowly being pushed up to the north, where it's going to come and we have a dry line that's actually sharp. Still pretty conditional. There is a cap in place, but it is looking like it is starting to erode. But yeah, it's very warm. It's 89 degrees where I'm at right here. I'm about 15 miles south of I-40, heading north towards I-40. I just left Seminole, Oklahoma. Seeing these little turkey necks starting to form up, and then over there in front of you, what you guys are seeing is more of the got some towering cumuluses, actually trying to get some bases going on them as well. This has all just happened in like the past 45 minutes or so. So we'll have to see what happens here. Try to put y'all down a little further. There we go. So y'all can see more sky, less dash, right? Not using the GoPro today to live stream because I found out I only have like when I film with my GoPro, I have to use the hotspot on my phone, and the downside is after 40 gigabytes of data, they throttle you. That's why I was having issues on my last stream. So I'm just gonna go today with this one right here. But it looks like we got a nice little storm trying to brew right here in front of us. We'll see what this thing can do, and we'll kind of stay up on it. Should be an interesting afternoon. Very warm out. Definitely lots of moisture. A very narrow corridor of moisture. So we'll see. And it's looking like if storms do form, they'll be moving into a southeast direction, which is a little bit different than what we're used to. But yeah. Here's to some good chasing right now. Chasing probably all the way until Saturday. I think I'm gonna chase. I'll be chasing Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. What this guy's doing? Did you have an afternoon drink there, sir? You can see that storm in front of me already trying to form a little bit of a base. towers going up relatively high, so we'll see. I feel like further to the north is more. I'm just gonna pause for a second because I gotta turn off the 5G so it quits doing this cycle. How's the stream, everyone? I know I was going through a little bit of a spotty area a few minutes ago, but let me know what the stream's looking like. How's the health of the stream? Jackson, how's it going? Awesome, good to know, good to know. Thanks, Bella. Hoping one of these storms around me ends up going up. Like I said, they are firing a little bit to the north. Originally, I thought the initiation was going to happen closer to Oklahoma City. That's why I was to the south, because I wanted to be to the south of the city once they initiated. Because you guys all that live in that area know how hard it is to travel south at rush hour in Oklahoma City. But now, let's move further off to the east, and I'm a little too far south for the first round of storms that have initiated. But we'll see how those go as they get going. Starting to get pretty close to I-40. There was a storm north of Tulsa that tried to get going earlier. It looked like it probably got squashed by the cap. So we'll see. Good news is we do have cumulus clouds in the air, everybody. I think I'm going to kind of stay up with this storm that's right here in front of me, to be honest with you. Crank it over a little there to the left. It's not even a storm, honestly. It's just some gathering cumulus that are trying to tower. A nice one over there back to my west as well. Turn in here real fast. I'll show you guys. We'll take a look, visually look around. So now we're going to be facing to the east. As you can see there, not a lot going on right there. We're kind of right over here on the dry line where we're at right now. Give me 1 second and I'll turn around. You can see these towering cumulus that are also to my west. Hold on, I have to stop and get a drink. I'm going to sip on my drink real fast. Alright. I do think I'm going to continue off to the east a little. The good news is, if any storms do form up to my north, like I said, the storm motion should be southeasterly today. So, they will be heading in my direction. But yeah, you can see right there, also in front of me, got some cumulus trying to tower up there. looking a little bubbly, looking spicy. We'll see. We'll see as we continue to move on in the evening. Got some towers up there a little bit to the south as well, trying to get going. So we're basically just going to stay in a spot to where I can drop south or north, depending on where the storms are. I'm right close to I-40, so that's relatively good. That allows for, that allows for very quick travel east and west, at least as long as there's no holdups. That's never a guarantee. We're wasting. Check out visible satellite real fast. Let's see. Oh yeah, they're all looking nice, looking nice. Have some storms trying to go up. They're going to be over here in that direction, so I'll keep it pointed there. Not going to have much of a visual on them right at this second, but I'm just going to move a little bit further over here. Let's see. Now I'm on I-40 heading east. Yeah, those storms, that storm to the southwest of Tulsa has been trying to... Service might be spotty here for a second. I'm just going to move up a little bit further here. Go set up right outside of this town. It's called... basically around Cornwall, Oklahoma. But to the north of there. Then we'll go up and face those storms and watch them come towards us and see what happens. Hey Mary, I appreciate the gas money. Thank you for that sticker. Always appreciated those. Also, if everyone doesn't know, we have a competition going. Whoever gives the most super stickers or super chats in the month of April gets to decide what color my blonde streak in my beard gets dyed next. I think Mary is in the lead, so someone should give her a run for her money. Also, all the money that you guys donate does go towards my gas and hotels for storm chasing. It's about to be a busy few days. Counting today, I'll be chasing, should be for the next 4 days straight, so... Right now, I mean, I'll just tell you, I haven't seen anything on radar that says that you should be in any concern of danger at this point over in that Broken Arrow area. We really don't even have, we don't have any supercells formed yet. We have some, basically some stuff just trying to get going, so. I always say deep breaths, you'll be fine. Just pay attention, be weather aware, but right now you're in a safe zone. So for the time being. Yeah, so for those of y'all just joining the stream, I am on I-40 heading east towards, I think I'm going to get off of the exit close to Cornwall, Oklahoma. Just kind of trying to stay up with this dry line and catch one of these storms as they initiate. It's a very narrow corridor of moisture, but we do have great dew points up into the mid-60s where I'm currently at. Can't really see what's going on in the storm to my left right now, just because towers are kind of high up in the air. But we'll see what's going on here. Yeah, Mary's letting y'all know. I'll definitely tell you about your areas. But if it's close to I'm chasing, I'll definitely let you know. Just might take me a little bit to see it since I'm chasing. But once the chase starts happening, I probably won't be able to give too many detailed forecasts because, you know, I'll be concentrating on where I'm at. Storm right here to my left. It's not even a storm, but towering cumulus. It's formed a pretty high base right now. Elevated superstorm at the moment. Or, not an elevated supercell, just basically an elevated cloud base. Definitely not ready to call this a storm yet, but I'll show y'all here in a second. Once I can get up here a little bit further and face to my north. Get off at the next exit. No need driving around a ton today. I just need to keep up with the dry line and kind of hope a storm pops close to where I'm at. That's the strategy for today. Does look like storms are starting to try to initiate even up a little bit further to my northeast, south of Bristow. There's like two little cells trying to form. I might need to drive all the way to Okemah and then turn around. Although I'm starting to see this storm that I'm on trying to pop up on radar right now. It wants to. Hey, what's up everybody? What's up, dude? Like any of these storms have broken through the cap yet. Yeah, the storm's gonna be over to the left. Which way are the storms heading? Well, they're kind of gonna be forming from north to south. Somewhere between Oklahoma City and Tulsa. And then once they start forming, they're going to be moving to the southeast. Right over here to my left gets going. Here, I'm gonna put y'all on another. I have another tripod here. Let's put y'all on it. be a little bit of a glare, but you guys will get to see a little bit more there of the storm, I think. Maybe, I don't know, it might just focus in on the mirror if I do it like this. Sorry, I'm gonna switch y'all back. That mount is so bouncy. Y'all just have to wait and get a little bit further so y'all can see a little better off in that direction. About 20 minutes from Okima. That actually looks like, that's not bad at all. I thought I was further away. It's perfect. Now let's just hope one of these storms will break through the cap for us. Hey, what's up, Florida? I was born and raised in Jacksonville, lived there for 30 years. Definitely turkey towering on us over here. You wonder what those are? Those are those long, skinny, if you ever see the clouds, look like they're like really skinny looking tall towers. Turkey neck, some people call them. Drops on the windshield. Wow, 100 degrees near Red River. That is crazy. It is about 85 where I'm at right now. Okay, it's looking like maybe one of these is trying to start. I got a storm forming right on top of me in Okima. If any of you guys are following along on radar, you can check that out. That's what these little drops are. It's a little rain shower trying to form right here on top of me. So we'll see if any of these things can break through and turn into a supercell. The storm to the north, it's just to the, southwest of Bristow, or southeast of Bristow. Looks like it's trying to get something going a little bit more. Yeah, I know Reed's gonna be out all the next 5 days as well. I don't know where Reed's at. I know he initially was targeting somewhere a little bit further to the northeast, like up in the Tulsa area, maybe north of Miami. But I haven't followed along today, so I have no idea where he's at. Definitely having some rain showers pop up everywhere right now. One directly over my head. It's not looking too impressive though. Just for a minute, if you guys have never been to one of my streams, if you're new to the stream, make sure you give me a subscribe if you're into live storm chasing, anything storm related. Would also appreciate if you liked and shared this live. That would definitely do me a little bit of a favor, help get things going for me. Maybe get a little gas money. It's going to be a busy next 4 days, so definitely going to need lots of gas money and hotel money. Going to try to meet up with another chaser, Johnny, and maybe split some cost if possible. But I also have the active competition super stickers, super chats right here on YouTube. Whoever gives me the most in the month of April is going to get to decide what color my beard gets dyed. And if you don't care about that, that's okay. You can just watch and have fun. Like that storm north of Tulsa is trying to get going again. I'm looking at the storm up here to my north. You can see the sky starting to get a little darker out in front of me. Because right now I'm aimed kind of to the northeast, and you can kind of see where those storms are going to be once we can get up here on them a little bit. Amazon rainforest of Oklahoma. Yeah, this is the, people think that Oklahoma's all plains. Well, it's not really the case. Oklahoma is all plains to the west of Oklahoma City. To the east, we definitely have some trees. Definitely nothing like chasing over in Dixie and Alabama or Mississippi where you have tall trees. There are some areas that have some tall trees, very southeastern Oklahoma. But even right here on this part, not very hard to chase in. I like chasing over here. Hey, subscribed and thank you. Appreciate that. That's awesome. Got all kinds of, I'm in the money spot, y'all. Storms are popping up all around me right now. Now we just need one to become dominant and pop through that cap. So, if you're just now tuning in, I am on I-40 in Okemah, heading to the east, heading towards Henrietta now. Basically just trying to stay up with these storms as they're trying to initiate. And then as soon as I see something that looks promising, I'll break off towards one of them. But we're lucky right now. I-40 seems to be a great place to be. anybody's wondering that's watching along, the storms are just to my north or to the left. That's why you can't see them. I tried to put it on the tripod over here, but it was too bouncy and it kept focusing on my side view mirror. So we'll get turned up that way in a minute. We'll get turned up. Feeling really good about the chase though so far. I'm exactly where I need to be, right in the right spot. I'm actually now happy that I didn't go further north, because this seems to be the right spot to be in. It's where storms are at least trying to initiate. To see how far I am from Henrietta right now. Let's see. Not too far. Looks like maybe about 18 minutes. That's not bad at all. Good to know. Keeping up a location, I'm about 18 minutes from Henrietta on I-40. Gotta love I-40 construction, right? All y'all live in Oklahoma know all about this. I-40 and I-35 feel like always in construction. Always. If you haven't already, drop in the chat, let me know where you're at. Even if I can't read it right now, I always like to go back and look and see where everybody is viewing my live streams from, so greatly appreciate that. If you just, in the chat, drop what city and state you're viewing from, that would be awesome. Somebody's from Bethany, very cool, not too far away. San Antonio, Bryant. Little raindrops, nothing crazy. So it looks like the storm right to my north is trying to get itself going. Got a little half moon shape to it. I can see the base of it, really ratty. It's a leaning tower. up in Tulsa. There's some storms heading close to him as well. I mean, actually, I'm sure he's dropping south at this point. So am I. I mean, I'm right to his south, actually. Off here real fast so I can show y'all the storm that we're running parallel with. We'll just jump right back here on the highway. I just want to face that camera in that direction for you. Get a little windshield clean for y'all first. There we go. You said it looks like Reed's cell is the strongest. If he's in Tulsa, he must be way south of Tulsa if he's on one of those storms. Yeah, the cell that I'm on is definitely, there's two of them. There's one to that north of me. And honestly, I'm not far from either one of them. But, hold on. Take this camera off. I wanted to show y'all quickly. There you go, right over there. That's the cell. Super raggedy base, leaning tower. Can't really see the base now, it's on the other side. But it is moving to the east at a pretty fast clip. So I'm going to have to continue moving off to the east. We'll have to see. Yeah, I think right now, I mean, they're still having a problem. They're not breaking through the cap at this point. So we'll just have to keep watching, you know. Just gonna move up here a little bit further, and then we're just gonna take a gander back, and we'll stop and wait. We'll be out far enough out front that we can watch this cell try to come towards us a little bit more. Maybe I can get out in front and set up a cool little time lapse or something. Always one of my faves to do. This base over here, it looks like the storm's getting strangled out right now. I wish it wasn't illegal to like stop in the center, in the median of a highway, because I would totally do that, but it is, and I'm going to obey the laws. Yeah, blue skies in the direction we're facing. The storms are right to my north right now, which would be to the left, so you can't see them. But yeah, I got warm blue skies out here, 80 degrees. Got some pretty moist air as well coming up right where we're at. Dew points in the mid-60s. Right now, the storm's just they keep trying to go, and they just try to, you know, break through the cap. really wish, I need to make it, I guess I need to get more phone mounts and just have them everywhere in my car on all my side windows, so when I need to switch it, I can just pop you on a side mount somewhere else. Just do it. Just get in the median. I'm good. I like to obey the laws. Yeah, all these storms right now are just going up and down. That's what they're going to be doing and break through that cap. If you want one of the things that you can look at if you're following along on Radar Scope or another one, you can definitely check out the Echo Tops and the Ville. Those will give you a good idea about how high the storms are and if and when they break through the cap. Close to Henrietta here. Thanks for all the mods on duty today. You guys are always the best. Target area? We're kind of past target area. We're on the storms that have formed now. My original target area was just to the northeast of Oklahoma today. Oklahoma City, sorry. And that's where I was when these storms started going off, and we're right here on them. Obviously, you can't see that out in front here, but because they're over to my left. But they still haven't really broken through the cap, so we'll have to see. Yeah, I really do have the best mods. I have to brag on them. They're fantastic. Needs like a little mod tip jar. Yeah, good mods make my life easy. I don't have to explain as much, especially when I'm solo chasing. It's nice. I have mods that know what's going on. They understand weather. That helps a lot too. I got Speedy McSpeederson coming up behind me here in this red truck. Yowza, bro. You were flying, my dude. I'm not exactly going slow. All right. Hey. Turn north here for a minute. I'm just gonna go up to 206. Get a little bit further north, get a view of this thing as it's coming towards us. Then we can pop back down and go to the east if we need to. Hopefully this doesn't get me too far behind, but it looks like I'm decently out in front of it right now, and it's still struggling to even get going, so should get a little bit of a view of the storms now. You can see what I'm talking about. Turkey Neck Towers. I'm trying to go up. But we'll get out here on this road, 206, and face it, let it come right towards us here in just a few minutes. Look over to this way. Right over there is where storms are in that haze. Keep y'all facing forward. If not, for some reason, the stand gives like vibration craziness. Good on gas. Gas check good. Don't have to pee. Always a plus.
On US 62 East, US 75 North toward Holly Road, East Trudgeon Street.
Yay, yay. Yeah, Mr. Trucker. I can't be the only one that anytime I see a semi, I just, in my head, I hear Alabama's Roll On song. Roll on highway, roll on daddy till you get back home. Yeah, that song. I can't sing, but I didn't do it justice, but you know what I'm saying. Edgar, thank you, sir. 0.3 miles. I'm not going to go very far here. I'm just going to go somewhere where we have some decent view back to our west, and then I'm going to turn around. We're going to let this thing come towards us.
Take the next right onto US 266.
The good news is 266 goes east, runs right back into I-40, and drops back down south if that's what I need to do. But judging from what I'm seeing here visually,
US 266 East for 7 miles.
I don't have a lot of faith that this thing's going to get going quickly here. Definitely cut in front of me and then hit the brakes. Oh, entering in some tree areas. Hopefully cell signal doesn't get crappy. So I'm not going to go too far, just when I get to a spot where I can actually see something. It's looking like we might get in some good planes chasing here as well in the next few days. A little bit further, I hope it stays further to the west and doesn't continue to move east like today's, just because, you know, I really do enjoy, I enjoy myself a nice plains chase. You don't have to worry about these trees. Visibility is really good. Also, 35 miles an hour. It's about to get a ticket. Pay attention. Hello everyone. Thanks everybody joining the stream. I am storm chasing out in Oklahoma. Waiting for storms to initiate. They're trying to get going right now. Little storms keep popping up. I think we're getting not getting help from the cap at the moment. It's kind of squashing the storms down, not letting them really get going at this point. I do suspect before we get to dark, these storms are going to be able to break through the cap, but we'll just have to wait and see. speed limit through here. What's up, Edgar from Texas? Weston, what's good? What's good? The 5 o'clock witching hour, Mary says. It does feel like that sometimes, but that is because that's usually around the time that daytime heating gets to get the storms to a point where they can break through that cap. Just unfortunately not seeing that. Honestly though, this is kind of a pretty view where I'm driving through right now. I've never driven on this road, and that's rare in Oklahoma. I've been on a lot of roads, but this is one I've never been on before, so pretty cool. It's a little hilly. Like I said, still really prefer being over there to the east a little bit, but let's see here. Looks like that storm that's behind me, man, is almost already, they're all kind of breaking up. Got out in front of this thing and popped up in front of it, hoping that it would do something. It's just kind of fizzled a tiny bit. Looks like another chaser probably right there. My guess, based on the vehicle and stopping where he's stopping. I am in a Subaru Impreza, Mr. Weston. Thanks for everybody that's liked the video already. Up to 46 likes, love that. Yeah, I like the Subaru. It's a great chasing vehicle all around in my opinion. Good gas mileage, all-wheel drive. Gets the job done for sure. When you have gas prices like we have right now, you know, it's nice. I'm not gonna lie. My car is beat to hell already there, Weston. I am just to the northeast of Henrietta, Oklahoma. Oh, look at here. Man, this might not be a terrible spot to sit for a little bit. Kind of watch the storms. It's kind of fizzled out, but we'll have to get back east relatively quickly because they keep moving east. But let's see for a second here. Yeah. Massively different looking now. I mean, you can see back there a little bit. You can see the, let's see if I can zoom in on it. Can't really tell. I can see basically right around in this area, I can see a wall of a cloud going up. So we'll sit here for a second and see what happens, and then continue moving east. Just northeast of Henrietta. I'll show you all where I'm at right now real fast on radar. So I'm right here. I'm the little blue circle. Those of y'all familiar with radar scope. And I'm looking in the direction of that storm up to the north. That mountain storm. Florida Skyview, thank you for the $5. Appreciate that. It's gonna go right to the gas fund. There's no, I don't need to warn anyone in front of me because there is no storms to be warned about. Maybe this storm is going to be the main one, which is fine. If it is, I'll definitely be able to get up on that storm. Get y'all back over here. $5 holla. Heck yeah. I'll take $5. That $5 does good in the Subi. For gas is for sure. Oklahoma song. Oh yeah, you can see that's some of my damage just from, I got my windshield replaced, and then on Monday of last week in Arkansas, the first day I went chasing with my new windshield, I broke it again. But, you know, as a storm chaser, that's just kind of what happens. You can't get mad at a broken windshield when you're purposely driving into baseball-sized hail, because one would just make the assumption that's probably just going to happen. Alright, I think I'm going to want to go.
Head northeast
Florida
on
Skyview,
US
shout out.
toward East 1060 Cypress Road.
Hey, I appreciate the love so much. I don't think you all understand how much that means to me, because every time somebody gives me money, that's just another opportunity for me to be able to do what I want to do for a living and storm chase, which is something I love and it's a dream. So always appreciate that. All right, we're gonna keep moving because it does look like that storm south of Mounds is more dominant right now, obviously, because the ones that I was watching is kind of fiddled away right now. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to head right towards that storm, or get out in front of it so I can be in position if that one does end up taking off. But the good news is, I mean, I'll still be in a relatively good position if that isn't the case. Storm chasing in these early stages is all about before storms initiate. You don't want to play it too safe, but you also want to get yourself in position for the storm that you think is going to take off. So I'm going to do that now. Yeah, I do have a really cool community. I started over on TikTok if you're new to my channel. And now I'm really trying to grow my YouTube. My TikTok is a lot larger than my YouTube. I really started working on this YouTube back in October and getting close to 3,500 subscribers. But over on TikTok, I have 180,000 subscribers. But I've been really putting in the effort here on YouTube just because I like the platform a little better for this type of content. And just as a heads up, I do have a cell phone booster, but there might just be some periods where I'm about to go through where the signal's going to get spotty. Don't worry, I will keep it going. If for some reason the live stops, just check back. I'll restart it, but hopefully I won't have to. Yeah, for any of you guys that are fans of Reed and I am myself, if you go check out on my TikTok, I have a video, and you can see it on my storm chase from, I believe it was the 11th, April 11th. Storm chase. There's a highlight and a full chase on my YouTube, but me and Reed ran into each other and we're playing with baseball size hail in the middle of a hailstorm, so you know that's always fun when you get to do that. Anybody else's allergies just gone crazy lately? Oh my gosh. It's so frustrating. Well, there is only one area of precipitation now on radar, so you know what? That's where we're gonna go. That's where we shall go. lifelong thrill seeker, but I will also tell you that I am a relatively safe storm chaser. I do like to follow the lows. Now, I will get very close to tornadoes, but that's usually in situations that I'm really comfortable getting really close to tornadoes in. I will tell you, I do like chasing in this area a lot. Reed's been chasing in a Forester, yeah, for the past few years. As far as I know right now from his Twitter, it seems like it is in the shop and he is in a rental today. So I'm sure he's going to have some fun with that rental. My Easter was okay. We don't really do too much for it, but it was cool, you know, hung around the house, that kind of stuff. Wasn't too bad at all. Trying to figure out what that storm south of Mounds is doing. Really, I mean, I don't really know what else to go after at this point. I don't see a lot of other storms really popping up. I haven't checked visual satellite in a while. Let's see what that looks like. Okay. These are the only show in town right now, so we'll just keep following them. Makes it a little bit easier when there's only one show in town, because, you know, that's the one you're going to chase. I made a little TikTok video about me chasing today and it's blowing up right now. I can see all the notifications coming up now. Reed started out with the Dominator, which was like the metal tank car. There's a few other people that have them. And honestly, unless like you're doing something scientific where you need to drive into the center of a tornado, it's a little bit overkill. Honestly, I mean, it's not if you have like a, you know, it's hard to make money as storm chasers. As you'll know, there's not very many people that storm chase full time as their job because it's hard to make money doing that. So you'd have to have a crazy backer and a budget to be able to even afford a vehicle like that to make it make sense. You know, I'm probably only one of like 20 storm chasers that I know that chases full time. And I couldn't imagine trying to do it on a budget of a vehicle like that. And geez, I can imagine the gas on that thing. But Reed had that back in the day. I mean, he had a TV show and all the other stuff going on, so. And I mean, you know, I get close. I've gotten the back of my car picked up and spun around by an EF3 wedge. Had lots of close encounters. So, I'm still here. Alright, Weston, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it so much. Good news is we're about to turn north, and we're just going to go set up and let this storm, the only storm that's happening right now, head right towards us. I should have a storm chasing show. You know, I don't even know if I would want to. I think I'd prefer just to do it on YouTube. Because, you know, you can make shows on YouTube like you can everywhere else. And you get to keep creative control. I worked in the music industry. I have a bachelor's in entertainment business. I used to manage bands. So I know a little bit about the industry, even in film and TV. Man, it's really hard. Like, you make way less money than you think if you're on one of those shows. You can make a bunch of money on YouTube, so I'm just going to try to stick it on YouTube here and keep growing a following and just do what I love for a living. And, you know, if it blows up huge, great. If it just stays the right size for me to be able to continue to storm chase, I'll be happy with that too. Is looking pretty skimpy now, isn't it, on radar? I've definitely also noticed, you know, I don't know if you've noticed the Storm Prediction Center put out a mesoscale discussion, but they haven't even issued a severe thunderstorm warning yet. And I'm kind of thinking too, because of this area where the storms are now getting into, nowhere near as warm as it was back to west. There was a lot of earlier in the day in this part of Oklahoma, which kept temperatures down, and those low temperatures definitely affect, you know, these storms and how much juice they have to break through that cap. So we'll see, because it looks like that storm is like almost dissipating. We'll see. Yeah, one of my buddies who is he is a scientist over in Denver. He works in satellite. He works on weather satellites. He just messaged me on him and telling me that the cap squashed everything out, which is exactly what I have seen with my own eyes. So we'll see here. Could be an early into the chase if this cap just ends up completely squashing everything and nothing comes up. You know, very early into the chase, but sometimes that happens. Today was definitely a borderline day. I wasn't even sure I was going to chase. But the next 3 days are looking very promising for storm chasing. Yeah, Missouri might have some later on this week. It just depends on, you know, how far the systems move to the east. There has been, I've noticed it's just been leaning a little bit off to the, west.
Turn left onto Oklahoma 72.
So we'll see. It's looking like tomorrow, possibly a Kansas chase, maybe even Oklahoma again. Friday, looking like maybe possibly Kansas or Nebraska, and who knows, maybe even South Dakota, depending on what's going on. All right, now you guys can kind of see the top of the, not crazy high up. Hold on, I will zoom in on that in 1 second. Let's see. Just see them right there. See the bubbling, right in that area. You see the tops of them, so we'll see. We'll see what that looks like as we move up a little bit further here to the north. These roads are bad. Hey, I appreciate that. Yeah, not looking real promising. It's from what I can see, it looks like it's going to be a very skinny tower. These things come to us from right around here. See a little bit more over there to the left, very left of the screen now. You can see those skinny little turkey necks trying to go up. Yeah, I try to give a personal experience. You know, I like to think that my degree in entertainment business helps me out with a little bit like that, because I understand that, you know, you can watch storm videos anywhere, you can watch tornadoes videos anywhere, but I think people like to have a bond and connection with people. I know I do. And I've definitely found that there is a way to do that with this. It's actually kind of why I want a little stopping spot, so that we can just watch it come towards us. Since it looks like it's trying to die out, every once in a while it tries to get itself going again. You know. So hopefully I just need to find me a little spot to be able to pull over. So now we can see it right there in front of us. I'm seeing a lot of opportunities to pull off. I don't want to pull off into someone's driveway. I usually look for like these little farm roads that I can pull over. And then if any farm equipment comes, I can just easily pop out of the way. Going through a little town now. I don't know what town this is. Let's see. This is the town of... I've been to almost every... I feel like I've been to almost every small town in Oklahoma, and then every time I chase, I end up going to another one. It's definitely a small town. Looks nice. Some old tore down barns I want to rummage through. I like old barns. I like photographing old barns as well. I know a lot of people do. It's pretty flat over here now. This part of Oklahoma can turn from flat to hilly very quickly. Western Oklahoma is like all just flat, which is I love chasing in western Oklahoma, specifically for that reason. Storm has all but disappeared on radar. You can still see the top of it up there, trying to get something going, just not having the luck. There's a road I might be able to turn on. So just kind of wait, maybe. Gravel road. Usually these ones are okay. People don't get too upset if you just sit. Although, don't like the view too great because you got those trees right in the way. Alright, let's go up a little bit further. I'm all about trying to find optimal placement. Sorry everybody, got a little I have to keep my air going relatively high and put it on the windshield because GoPros and phones overheat. Fun little fact of me that you often don't know about. Sorry, that phone should go away here in a second. Like we got some more fields up here on the left, so maybe I can find me a really good spot to aim in another direction. I'm actually going to turn onto this little farm road right here. It's wet, like it has already been rainy over here. Make sure I don't get stuck when I turn around. It is one of the positives of having a Subi though. Does pretty well in slick situations and in wet situations. Alright, so now I think I'm going to sit right here. I don't think this hole's too big, is it? No, okay. There we go. We'll watch this thing come right towards us at the moment. Hey, somebody gave me a super sticker and I missed it. Let me see who it is. Brian, I appreciate that for gas. Thank you so much. Thank you, Brian. You're awesome. You guys are so awesome. You guys treat me well. There we go. So that's what we're looking at right there. It's heading right in our direction. But if you'll notice, he keeps trying to go up higher and then it'll stop. You'll watch those little bubbly looking ones that look like cotton candy. You can kind of see the whole tower here if I zoom in. You know, got right over here is the tops. But yeah. Here we go. Let me put on live chat. Alright, so now we're just going to sit here and wait a little bit, watch this, it's heading our direction. Honestly, radar is very, very boring. So time to sit back, pop a cold one. I can't do that, but you guys can. I can pop my cold Dr. Pepper cream soda mix, which is one of my faves. But yeah, now's a good time. If you have any questions, you can ask in the chat, because I can read the chat. I'm stopped. Not really a lot to look at forecast-wise at this time. Just kind of keeping an eye on radar. So definitely open it up for a Q&A. Anything else? Also, got up to 70 likes. I appreciate that. You are all awesome. Kush asked, are there any tips on storm chasing? Like for starting out for storm chasing, or just for storm chasing in general? I would say in general, like whether you're just starting or you are new to storm chasing, get as much knowledge as you can about weather. Really, I mean, there's so many resources online through YouTube and other places. Just learn everything you can. I always tell everyone it's free, so you should definitely go check out the Skywarn Storm Spotter training. That'll give you a really good basis to know what you're looking at when you're out storm chasing. Definitely would put some investment into, you know, learning how to do a little bit of forecasting as well. You know, I'm not like a weather person at all. I'm not a meteorologist, but I do know enough about severe weather to do some basic forecasting, to know where I need to go and be at to initiate storm chases, or to where initiation is going to happen, enough to have my own target area. When I first started out, I would just basically use the SPC, and then like other storm chasers will post their forecast. I don't do that anymore. I just do them myself. I don't even look at other people's forecasts till after I'm done, because I'm afraid that it'll have a little bit of a bias. Weston, what's good? What's up? What's up? But yeah, I would say start out with that, and then if you can find someone close to you that'll allow you to just do ride-alongs. Ride-alongs in storm chasing is how I learned how to do it. That's the best way, because you can learn everything as far as book-wise about what storms look like, but nothing replaces experience of being out there and knowing what you're seeing. You know, just for example, today, like knowing, you know, hey, am I, you know, are these storms going to break through the cap? What's going on? Why aren't these storms going, you know, if you're just wondering why the storms aren't going up, you know, knowing that there was a strong cap in place, knowing what it looks like when a storm gets suppressed by the cap. Like this thing was a little bubbler a little earlier. Now, I mean, it's just strangled by the cap. You can see it now, how you can see the tiny tower over to the right, but then it's starting, as it's getting closer, you can start to see it, but you can see how it's leaning out to the left. You see that just strung out, those smoother clouds strung out over to the left above it. It's just getting choked by the cap today. But yeah, it looks like it's getting choked even more since we've been sitting here. I don't know how much y'all have noticed that. I'm doing well, you know, just out here storm chasing. I'll zoom in a little bit there, see if you can see a little bit more. But you can see on the right side there, it's a tiny little tower, and then it goes off to the left, and just looks kind of poopy right now, honestly. Edgar, fun facts. You know, I try to give the best knowledge I can. Yeah, I understand people that don't want storms coming to them, Samantha. You know, as a storm chaser, you know, a lot of people ask, like, oh my goodness, do you like, you love something that's so deadly? And like, yeah, I chase hurricanes as well, but tornadoes, storms, they can be deadly. They also can be beautiful. Me wanting to chase them does not affect whether they happen or not. I never want them to go to like metropolitan areas or ruin anybody's house or property. I prefer to see my tornadoes out in the open plains. But you know, sometimes you have to cover them going through cities as well. Storm chasers are often some of the first line of defense for tornado warnings and stuff like that. So, man, that thing has just died right in front of us. I don't know how well y'all are seeing that, but it ain't gonna be nothing by the time it gets to us. Like right there. It's funny because now it's like showing up as a little yellow on the radar again. Not like it's gonna, and it's basically going to like just south of Bixby, like headed towards Haskell. You like seeing the lightning in the storm? Yeah, I totally understand that as well. Like, definitely, I enjoy a good thunderstorm myself. When it's not severe and I'm not chasing, I love just sitting at home watching thunderstorms, watching rain. And even when I'm out chasing, a lot of the times at the end of the day, the best thing that you get to do is just kind of watch as a, you know, as a storm forms. Yeah, those ones over in Tennessee and Arkansas today. Just your little rain showers. Do you have a ham radio in your Subaru? I do not. I don't know. I don't chase with very many other chasers. My circle of people in the weather community and chase community is kind of small. So I really don't. I don't do that. I don't do any ham radio. I used to have a CB that I could just communicate with other truckers and find out about traffic and stuff like that, but I don't even have that in my car anymore. We're all like, if I'm ever out like with some other friends that are also chasers, if they're either in my car or somewhere else, one of the things that I do is we're like all futuristic. We'll just like start a Discord chat or something like that. That's no fun, Samantha. Yeah, for those of y'all that don't know, like I got my start, like one of the things that really made me want to start storm chasing was the fact that in 2013, the El Reno tornado was coming towards my home and I had to flee with my wife and kids and animals. It was pretty crazy. That was the biggest tornado in the history of tornadoes. Tornado itself was 2.6 miles wide, and I had to like get my kids and we had to run. We didn't have a shelter. Super scary. And then after that is when I decided I was going to learn as much as I possibly could about storms. And I had tagged along with someone a couple times storm chasing before that, but then after that's when I just went like crazy with it. Like I went and took a 16-week severe weather forecasting course at the National Weather Service in in Norman, Oklahoma. I just got really, really serious about it after that point, so. Totally get it. Well, the good news is for me, it looks like it'll be an early day. There ain't no rain. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Don't you guys just love my beautiful singing voice? I know I can't sing, y'all. That's why I think it's funny to do it. I don't know when Reed bought his new Subaru Forester. We're not like close friends or anything. We've just met and chatted. We chat on TikTok from time, or on Twitter from time to time, and TikTok as well. We are going to be doing a TikTok collaboration together, so that's going to be pretty cool. But I don't know when. He's had it for a minute though. It sounds like a freight train. Yeah, it does sometimes. I find that a lot of tornadoes sound different, but the typical sound is that freight train sound. A lot of the times when you hear that, isn't always the tornado. Some of that just like loud sound you can hear is a hail core. Some of these things, especially those big storms that have baseball and softball size hail, that makes a lot of noise. If you think about it, you have all that hail and basically banging into each other through, going up and when it's going into updraft and then coming back down. It's pretty crazy. You get all kinds of fun little noise. But yeah, it does a lot. Freight trains, common sound. I'm more of a visual than a listener though, so every time I see tornadoes, I don't know if I really am even listening. I'm just like looking. Y'all see that thing now, man? It has almost completely disappeared. Yeah, sometimes your ears pop. I think that depends on the people. Mine have from time to time. Definitely if you have those crazy pressure changes, especially if you're getting really close.
Turn right onto Oklahoma 72 North.
Hey, chill. Chill, GPS. I ain't trying to go anywhere. I'm just trying to sit right here. No problem, Brian. Weston, I don't know. You definitely would have to ask Reed that question. I have no idea when he bought his Forester. No clue whatsoever. No nader juice today. Mary, you've been watching too much Ryan Hall. Start going a little bit more to the north, everybody. See if we can see the remnants of these clouds. It's kind of the direction that I need to go anyway. So the old radar. This is kind of the way I'm going to go back home. I'm going to take the turnpike back home, kind of go a different route, but feel free to watch along, everybody, and hang out. Like I said, I think at this point, it's safe to say that the cap is won, and we're not going to see anything crazy. I mean, I could be wrong, but it sure looks like, for the most part, there is, as Mary said, in the words of Ryan Hall, there's not enough nader juice going. I find the term nader cringy, but then I still say it. But I am a dad, so like a 42-year-old dad, so I am kind of cringy. Oh, you were in Joplin. Joplin's crazy. Yeah, blue skies now, J-Dog. Cap has won. The storms that were forming have now all dissipated right in front of our eyes. It's funny, I do all kinds of cringy stuff, and I don't want to be cringy, but, you know, sometimes you just got to embrace that dad life, you know? Still think I'm a pretty cool dad. I mean, you know, although my kids don't think, you know, I'm covered in tattoos. I mean, I even have tattoos on my face, which, you know, you can, probably not the smartest thing to do, but for me, it works for me. But my kids, like, don't think any of that's cool. Like, it's funny, because their parents do it, they're like, no, that ain't for me. I'm like, when are y'all gonna get tattoos? And they're all like, we're not, ever. My Subaru is a 2013. Tats on the face. Yeah, I have a tornado tattooed where my right sideburn would be, and a storm and a lightning bolt on the left side. Thanks everybody that's just joining. Was out storm chasing. Looking like initiation is not going to happen. Today was a conditional chance for storms. They tried to get going. When the storms tried, the cap squashed them, so we're kind of heading back towards home now, just kind of hanging out. And on the side of the face is fine. I mean, honestly, I don't care at this point. I mean, I have tattoos that cover my hands, the palm of my hand. I have a huge tattoo on the back of my head. I have a tornado, like with picking up a cow in a house on the back of my head. I have 2 college degrees. I work for the University of Oklahoma, covered in tattoos. Honestly, it hadn't been too much of a barrier for me. But now, you know, as a content creator, photographer, videographer, I definitely don't have to worry about it too much. I do have merch. Mary could probably put a link in the chat for me. Yeah, I used to work for, I was a social worker in my past life. I still do some social work. I actually run a nonprofit called 30 Feet Missions. We run the only drug and alcohol rehabilitation center for women in Guatemala. We also support and help run a school and orphanage in Haiti. Oh, actually, you'll see, I'll do lives from Guatemala. I'll be there the whole month of July. But yeah, I'm a social worker turned photographer and storm chaser. So, and then before that, I toured in bands and worked in the music industry. So I've had a bunch of jobs, a bunch of careers in a short period of time. I've lived a bunch of lives, but that's just the type of person I am. I'm kind of impulsive and I do what I do. You knew I was good stock. Oh, thank you. But yeah, and if you guys want to, I can give you a quick brief rundown for all those people that are new and haven't heard. Yeah, I started playing in bands when I was like 16 and 17. Did that until I was around 24. Toured all over the U.S. Played in punk bands, and then I was going to college while I was doing that. I have a bachelor's degree in psychology and one in entertainment business. After I stopped touring in bands, I started managing bands. I managed some bands, got bands signed to major record labels, tour managed bands, just worked in the music industry for about 10 years, or a little less. And then when I moved to Oklahoma, about 9.5 years ago, I started doing social work. I started using my other degree in psychology. I started out being a child welfare investigator. I investigated child abuse and neglect in Oklahoma. Worked my way up to supervisor, and then once I did that for a little while, OU hired me, and then I trained social workers how to work with teenagers that have experienced abuse and neglect. But yeah, there you go. That's my story. And then I left OU to do storm chasing and run my nonprofit full time. So that's what I do now. Storm chase and my nonprofit. I'm glad. That's a nice way to put it, that I'm a rounded human being, because sometimes, I'm like, honestly, I know this sounds bad, but when it feels right, I do it. And whatever door opens, I'm not afraid to jump through it. I've changed careers several times in my life. I'm to the point now where I just want to do what I love. So this is what I love. I love doing this and helping people. So storm chasing and social work it is. I should have made my YouTube channel called the Storm Chasing Social Worker, but that might have been a little deceitful because I'm not actively a social worker. I mean, I do run a nonprofit, but that's more of the business side at this point. I don't do a lot of actual social work. Cows, we got cows. Lots of people ask if I've ever seen a flying cow. Nope, only when I watch the movie Twister. But I will plug, if you're like the movie Twister, like most storm people do, I started doing a little series of fact or fiction, breaking down the actual storm chases in the movie, and you can find that video here on my YouTube channel. It's relatively new. Hello, what's up? Yep, a video for Rover's dog grooming. Mary Beth, who is the owner of that channel, which is a big channel. I think they're approaching 700,000 subscribers on YouTube. She lives close to me and we're friends, so she helps me out. She promotes my channel, and I help her all the time as well. I lend her some of my marketing and my marketing skills, and then also some of my videography skills. But yeah, we're just friends. We help each other. You're all good, Bella. You can just follow along on your phone and enjoy it. Shouldn't be too much hard modding. I mean, honestly, at this point, not a lot of storms. I don't think we're gonna have to worry about an actual storm chase at this point. As you can see now, even the low-lying cumulus that were in the air earlier, completely gone. That's because there was a very narrow corridor of moisture today. It wasn't widespread moisture, very small. Jed, see you, bro. Have fun at work, man. But yeah, I just try to build a community here on YouTube now. same way I had on TikTok. If you don't follow me on TikTok, I suggest you do that as well. I do. That's where I post most of my like updates on when I'm going to be chasing, and I go live on there as well. Lives on TikTok are a little bit different because there's, you know, thousands. Sometimes I've had over 20,000 at one time on streams over there on TikTok. They're quite big, so yeah, those ones are a little bit different than these. It is really beautiful out here, though. I mean, not a lot out in this part of the country, part of Oklahoma. For those of you who don't know, Jed, who just said bye, Jed is he's who chases with me a lot of the other times. If y'all were on my live stream on TikTok, about probably almost 2.5-3 weeks ago, those storms down by Waco, we got 3 tornadoes on stream that day on TikTok. And Jed was the one that was riding with me, manning the camera. Jed's one of my first friends I met here in Oklahoma, and he's been chasing with me off and on for 6 or 7 years now. He was with me when my car got picked up and spun around by that Bridge Creek tornado. We actually have, also on our channel, if you're interested, we have a reaction video to that. Me and him reacted to that video. It was back way before I was a content creator. It was like 2016 when I did that, when we had that chase, but we reacted to it recently. It's pretty funny. You get to see us talk a little bit behind the scenes, what we were doing, the goofiness of that chase. The wrong decision we made that led me to getting my car picked up a little bit. The back end of it got picked up and spun just a little bit. Nothing crazy, no damage happened to it. We just got a little bit too close to a wedge tornado. It grew into us. We thought we were in the right direction, and then all of a sudden, you know, it kind of grew into us, and then before we knew it, it was right there on top of us. Yep, lots of flat land out here, y'all. Wait till y'all see the chase a couple days. Especially if we're out in western Kansas, western Oklahoma, Nebraska, or eastern Colorado. You like the Kansan twister? Okay. You mean the ones that they used in Dorothy for the little probe? You like your woods? I like woods too. First of all, I will admit I am a city boy. I do enjoy the city the most, but I really enjoy outdoors. So I like to live in the city, but then go visit the outdoors like as much as possible. Yep, I'm doing good. I think your problem is, Weston, you keep asking and then leaving from the chat when I answer your question. You gotta stick around to hear it, bro. There's a little bit of a delay on live streams like this, especially when you're streaming from a phone. Yeah, now we're driving right into the sun, into these super blue skies that you see here, which obviously means that if you're just joining, the storms did not break the cap today. They tried, and then they just kind of got squished off, so heading back towards home now. Just kind of keeping the live stream going. I think it's kind of fun. Everyone likes to chat, build that community up a little bit. I know some of y'all just heard my story. One of the other things I really like to bring to storm chasing in my stream is just honestly like a peaceful, positive environment. Just because the world's so crazy right now, like no matter what you believe or anything, it's just like there's so much headbutting and conflict. I just like to have a place where people can just come and chill, honestly. And that's what I like to try to do here. Hey, yeah, I saw Dorothy as well when I went to the Storm Chaser Summit this year. back in the winter, and they had it on display there. No, Weston, no storms at all today, sir. They have just, the storms that we tried have now ended. No, I'm not expecting anything wild now, unfortunately. The severe chance, it was a conditional threat today. It was a day where the storms had to break through the cap, and that didn't happen. So, no storms. But yeah, so for those of y'all too, if you want to know what a cap is, so basically the easiest way to think about this is a cap is think of it as an extremely warm layer of air really high up. You all learned in school that hot air goes up, right? So when you have a level of warm air that's warmer than the air below it, it basically acts as a wall, and the air below it has to get hotter than the air above it to break through that cap. And so that's what breaking through a cap is. For anyone that was interested in that, I know no one asked, but I try to teach. Yeah, the National Weather Service is really cool. National Weather Service in Norman is really cool. That's where the Storm Prediction Center is. The class that I took was taught by Rich, and he is the one, he's like one of the main forecasters that does all the severe weather outlooks. So, you know, when there's like a mild or slight or moderate or enhanced or high risk, mild's not one of them. A slight, enhanced, moderate, high risk. He's the one that, or one of the people that is in charge of making sure that happens. Yeah, so I like to think that my storm chase is the chill zone. I mean, obviously, once we're on a tornado, things get intense, but, you know, it's still chill. Yeah, next time, hey, I'm glad that you could stay on the stream. Appreciate that. I enjoy any time that you can dedicate towards my streams or my videos. If you really want to help me up, definitely you can go stream, you know, go watch all my videos. That helps me. Ooh, up to 100 likes. Appreciate that, everybody. As you can see there, we've had $15 in Super Chat donated today. We do have a competition going on. If you guys have never seen me before, I have a blonde streak in my beard. Whoever gives the most Super Chats is going to get to decide what color it gets dyed in the month of May for all my chases. So right now, Mary is leading the group in that. So we need some other competition. I know Brian's starting to creep up there a little bit. But yeah. Those Super Chats go right towards helping me pay for my gas and hotels. I don't work for a news agency. I don't do anything like that. I want to have the freedom to chase where I want to chase. So I rely on social media to fund my chases. And so far, so good. Appreciate that, y'all. Y'all are awesome. Uh-oh, coming on a little bit more hill areas. Not quite as flat. I'm sure for any of you that live in more mountainous areas, you know, this isn't very hilly, but this is hilly for Oklahoma. Mary, you are in the lead. This road will take us to Stroud, Oklahoma, where I will get on the turnpike and finish my drive home. Oh, Mary with another $1.99 super sticker. You just had to show off that you were in the lead, didn't you? And you're like, I just gotta make sure I let everybody know who is the queen of these super sticker competitions. Las Vegas for the desert where you wish you get a cloud. Hey, but y'all got the NBA draft coming up in Vegas, right? I don't know if you're a fan of the NBA or not, but I know the draft's coming up there in Vegas. I'm kind of excited to see what Vegas does with the draft. Hello from France, bonjour. I've been to Vegas several times. Obviously, when I played in the music industry, I went there a lot. Me and my wife went there for vacation a while back. Vegas isn't super my scene just because I don't gamble. But my favorite thing about Vegas is all of the beautiful hiking that there is around Vegas. So much, you know, in close distance, like you have, you know, Bryce Canyon, which is probably one of the most beautiful places in the United States. Yeah, I love all the hiking that's around the Las Vegas area. I love hiking. I don't know how many hiking fans that we have on the stream right now. But it's one of my favorite things to do. I need to get in better shape so I can get out and do some more hiking. I usually have to do most of my hiking close to the fall because obviously during the spring my time's pretty much eat up with storm chasing, and then then my time gets really ate up in the summer with being in Guatemala, working for the nonprofit. But in the fall, I get in some hiking. In late summer too, in between hurricane chases. You guys are getting a view. I mean, we're driving directly west, as you can see, of the placement of the sun there. It's going to set right in front of us. Oh, Zion is crazy beautiful as well. I love all the national parks in Utah. First of all, people don't realize Utah really underrated. It's probably, I'd say next, man, it's hard for me because there's a couple state beautifulest, but Utah has a different looking tree, but Utah is definitely one of the states in our country. I'd say it's a tie for me between Utah, Colorado, and Wyoming. Maybe Idaho could give some people a run for. I could give it a run for the money as well. So could Montana. But yeah, Yellowstone's awesome, Weston. I've been there a couple times. I really enjoy Yellowstone. Beautiful park. A little crowded. That's the downside about going to places like Yellowstone versus some of the other parks. Last summer, or 2 summers ago, I went to Arches National Park and Canyonlands in Utah for about 2 weeks with my buddy Jed, and we did hiking, and it was so much fun. I did a lot of like astrophotography of the Milky Way at night. Super fun. Yeah, Angel's Landing and Zion is crazy. I've never hiked that one because I haven't been there when I could, but I will do it. I mean, I know it's considered like one of the more dangerous hikes, but it doesn't seem that bad. I just need to get in a little better shape before I go do that. Honestly, storm chasing is really bad for getting in shape. It's like, oh, what do? Oh, I sit in cars for 15 hours a day and eat crappy food. I try to eat better now. I try to pack things that are decent, but inevitably you're always going to eat fast food. I did see Old Faithful. I got some photos of Old Faithful. What's the other? Is it Grand Prisma? I can't remember. Like the big, like Aspels, the photography of those. I actually busted my butt pretty hard up there. There's another storm chaser. Who's that? Was that Vince? I couldn't see who that was. I don't know very many chasers' cars. I know Gabe, my buddy in Tornado Tracker's vehicle, and Reed's vehicle. That's about it. Vince, I don't know his vehicle. I'd like to meet him though. I love his streams. He is one of the other chasers I have not met yet that I would like to meet. But yeah, I'm thinking about, I don't know, I'd love to hear y'all's input on this since y'all are on my channel watching this live. Would it be too much to like do some of my outdoor adventures as well on YouTube, or do you think that would make it too convoluted? Should I keep this just to storms, or like, you know, when I go do stuff like go do astrophotography in Canyonlands, should I do some videos of that? Or like on TikTok, sometimes I go magnet fishing and put that on there. Do you think that that would be? It does look like a cloud eclipse. What do y'all think about that? Okay, cool. So other outdoor stuff would work, you think, Samantha? I know a lot of people advise against it because you should try to be like, you know, have like a niche. But, you know, for me, I'm like, my niche could be, you know, outdoor related things. I did magnet fishing for the first time this week on TikTok, and it was a ton of fun. I don't know if you guys have ever done magnet fishing or watched anyone magnet fish. But basically, you go to bodies of water and you have a magnet that's on a rope, and you try to get the metal stuff out of the water. So a lot of the times you're trying to get stuff that might be, you know, weapons that were used in a crime, stuff like that. So Daydog says hunting. You know, they're kind of like hunting. The downside of hunting on YouTube is YouTube will. You know, they demonetize you pretty easy for hunting. And honestly, I don't hunt that much anymore just because of time issues. I grew up hunting a lot. But yeah, I don't have time to hunt that much anymore. I'm kind of an all or nothing type of dude, y'all get to know. So when I get really into something, I'll like go all the way with it. Oh, cool, Samantha. Why don't you just start live streaming? All you gotta do is start. What's crazy is it was only this time last year that I even started, you know, really trying to be a content creator on TikTok. Yeah, the drive is pretty. Reed loves to find snakes too. Reed and Pecos Hank. I don't know if you guys follow Pecos Hank. Also into Storm Chaser YouTube. He does. I don't know how much live stuff he does anymore, but he puts together amazing cinematic videos of his chases. But he also is all about snakes. I don't mind snakes either. I'll pick them up, grab them with my hands. I mean, I grew up in Florida, so if you grew up in Florida, you're definitely real familiar and comfortable with snakes. Alligators, no biggie. But I want to try to find my own little niche, so I'm not going to go snake hunting, but I definitely enjoy watching Reed and Pecos Hank do that. I think it's pretty cool. Like I said, if you're watching my stream, for the most part, the storm chase is done. Really, it's completely done. The cap kind of squashed out any chances of storms today. So now everyone's just kind of hanging out, talking, driving back with me. Yeah, those clouds are popped up just because they just got into view. But I will say this is not a chance of any storms forming over here. The air is much too dry where I'm at now. I believe I am on the other side of the dry line, or very close. makes content is legit. Like, definitely goals for me. I just really started coming over to YouTube back in October, and I really just, that's when I started to try to grow the channel. But it's grown pretty fast. I'm happy with how fast it's grown. I read somewhere that it takes, you know, on average like 18 months to get monetized on YouTube, and I did it in like about 3.5, so that made me feel pretty good. Definitely with a lot of help from Mary Beth and Rovers for sharing my videos and stuff. That definitely helped me. Guys, what's your thoughts? Any of you ever pick up hitchhikers? Is TikTok helping grow my YouTube? I'd like to think it does. I mean, I have, like I said, I have 180,000 followers on TikTok and only like 30, close to like, you know, 3,500 here on YouTube or something like that. So it's obviously way bigger. It's more difficult than you would think to get people to leave one platform and come to another, but it's happening slowly but surely. It's definitely an art to social media. It's not as easy as everyone thinks. It's funny how people are like, oh, like I don't think people realize the amount of work that goes into being a content creator. How fast am I going? I'm going to whatever the speed limit is. I'm going 40 now. But yeah, so like people just really don't realize the work that goes into it. Like, don't get me wrong, I feel very privileged and blessed to be a content creator, but it's not as easy as one would think. Like, you know, sometimes some of those 8 and 10 minute videos that you watch on my YouTube took me, you know, northwards of 25 to 30 hours to make. And in the beginning, it's tough on YouTube, you know. You know, I'll spend 30 hours making a video and it might only get like 300 views. You have to be okay with that in the beginning. It's hard for me because I know that I can just go right on over to, if I go over on TikTok, my videos will get thousands of views, but YouTube definitely pays more as a content creator than TikTok does. With that being said, I still, you know, I can make money over there on TikTok. I have sponsors that are lined up to, you know, want to sponsor my live streams when I do them over there. That kind of stuff. Can you buy me? No, can you buy me McDonald's, Weston? You can give me a super chat for some McDonald's. I'll take it. Dang, I guess Bella had enough of Weston. The road quality is lousy, but yeah, this is like backcountry Oklahoma, yo. It is not great out here. You have a combination of old roads and a lot of farm equipment being driven on roads out here. They get pretty crappy. I have no problem picking up hitchhikers. I normally just don't have room in my car when I'm chasing because it's so full. You said I'll have a cheeseburger. Oh, you're funny. Guys. I think Weston's just an overly excited person. It's all good though. I don't mind it. But I definitely ain't buying that dude a cheeseburger. I'll say this. If he I would buy him a cheeseburger if he had a live stream up and he was doing something and I was watching. I totally would buy him a cheeseburger. I constantly give to people on TikTok, even as a creator. I have a lot of creators that I follow in there, and on YouTube. I give super chats, super stickers to the people I like. I do way more gifting on TikTok because I have a lot of friends that are over there. Yeah, I have considered chasing internationally. I really want to. I know Australia is a great place to chase. I know that there is a lot of great chasing also in Eastern Europe. So yeah, I would definitely be open to it. I mean, obviously, the biggest barrier there would be expenses, you know. But I would love to. If somebody can find me a sponsor to take me over and let me chase in Australia or Europe, let me know, I'll do it. Oh, that would be dope. That would be super. Oh, so you chased Soviet in the Soviet? Oh, back in the Soviet Union. Very cool. Yeah, I would love to chase over there. You know, chasing over in Eastern Europe, chasing in Australia. I would be all about it. When I'm in Guatemala, I always want to chase, but it's so hard to find. Hey, I'd come to Russia too. I don't care. I don't know how getting a visa at this point is, but I would do it. I'm a pretty well-traveled person. I've never been to Russia. I've been to like England, Spain, Ireland. A lot of the places in Europe, like in Western Europe. Been to South America, Central America, all those places. Canada. So not crazy traveled internationally. I've been to, I've been to 10 or 15 countries. I think it'd be fun to chase over in Russia. I'd totally do it. You'll be my tour guide if I come. Russia used to be a part of the Soviet Union when the Soviet Union was a thing, right? If my history is right, although I don't always trust my history that I learned here. I've learned a lot of the history I learned here in the U.S. has kind of been not exactly the truth, to be honest with you. We're just like any other country, we have propaganda too. Okay, Dixie Alley, Forest Valleys, I'd still do that. Yeah, honestly, I'll go to any country. I don't care. I'm not a very scared person. I mean, we do stuff in Haiti with my nonprofit. So, Haiti is definitely one of the most dangerous countries in the world right now. We gotta have people with like machine guns, like guard us when we go there. So, yeah. I actually really enjoy going to other places. It's funny because I feel like, especially a lot of people that haven't traveled a lot, or Americans, or people from the United States haven't traveled a lot, seem to think that it's really unsafe to travel in other countries, and I'll be told, honestly, it's not. Other countries are just like the U.S. There's dangerous places and non-dangerous places. Okay, I didn't know that, Mary. I'm all about eating in other countries. Oh my goodness, that's like my favorite thing to do. Like, people think it's crazy. I go to Guatemala, like, I'll eat like from the street vendors. I won't even know what type of meat I'm eating. I'll just eat meat off the street. Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, the sunset is nice. This is kind of a cool drive because it's literally just driving like, right into the sunset. You guys are kind of getting to see a sunset as it sets. Oh, I'm still recording too on my GoPro, so what might be cool about that though is I can do a time lapse of the sun setting. This morning, I have a friend that lives in the Philippines. Her name's Carrie Dawn. Yeah, I travel to tons of countries that say you cannot travel there. Mary, New York ain't that dangerous. I feel like that's also overrated. That's just because I'm biased because I lived there for a year, or stayed there for a year, off and on when I worked in the music industry. Yeah, Guatemala always has a travel advisory, and I go there. Yeah, there definitely are some places in the U.S. that are pretty scary. Oh, Oh, 100%. I'm just, I guess I'm not a real, I guess I don't get scared easy. I guess that's not a good thing. Yeah, just like any city. I grew up, oh, you grew up in New York? Where at, J-Dog? I stayed for a little while in Hunts Point, Bronx, and then a little bit in like the Brooklyn area. Oh man, the Dodge City tornado. Yeah, that was a good one. There's some crazy videos of that. My favorite video is the Ray, Colorado video, but I think that's a lot of people's. Okay, you live in Long Island area, cool. I like a lot of places. I stayed in like Clinton Hill. The Hunts Point, Bronx was definitely probably the most dangerous place I've ever lived, but even for me, I didn't find it so dangerous. I'm also like, you know, a 250-pound dude covered in tattoos, so I think I deter people that want an easy target, so that probably happens. Heck yeah, dude. Totally, man. We'll have to stay in contact. I'll make sure to, you should definitely follow me or join my Discord, so that way we can stay in contact. Yeah, I chased that Ray, Colorado tornado. That was actually my favorite chase, the most fun chase I've ever had, because when I was chasing that Ray, Colorado tornado, my dad lives in Florida, and it was like on his bucket list to storm chase, and so he could only chase one day when he came up here, and it happened to be the Ray, Colorado day, and we were on that tornado from start to finish, and it was super cool. Definitely a memory that lasts a lifetime. Hey Mary, will you put a link in there for me for the Discord? For our new friend in Russia? I have a link tree in my bio there as well, but if you go to that Discord, that's the easiest place. If you want anybody, I'll communicate with anyone. Sometimes it might take me a second to get to your messages if I'm out chasing, but if you join Discord, private message me in there, we'll definitely chat. That's the easiest way for me to keep up with people for sure. I don't think there's going to be crazy weather tonight. I think that threat has passed. There was a small chance for it, and that chance went out. No problemo. Oh yeah, Seattle, not a nader place. No tornadoes up there. Oh yeah, that video is great, Steve. That's a super great video. Very cool. Heck yeah, also if you want to be a mod, getting in my Discord is the place to be. Bella, thank you for that. How do I feel about this tornado season? I mean, it's been really productive so far. I would prefer there to be more storm chases in the plains, but I mean, I've already seen 4 this year. A little bit behind my last year this time. I saw 21 last year. I'll be chasing this year all the way until the end of June. That's because in July I'll be heading out to Guatemala for a month. But I feel pretty good about it. I mean, you know, it's a second year La Nina, It's been pretty much what we expected. Actually a little bit busier than what we expected. Still seeing that trend of more tornadic storms over in Dixie than in the Plains right now. Iowa's always gotten a decent amount, but yeah, you're right. All the areas, crazy. Yeah, Iowa was my first tornado this year, but that was back in March. Oh, awesome! I live in the Oklahoma City area as well, so I get that. It's nice to like have a little weather community if you live in Oklahoma, because God knows we have all the crazy weather here. Thank goodness we just don't have hurricanes as well. But I do plan on doing more hurricane coverage this year. I went down and covered Hurricane Ida on the Gulf Coast, and it was amazing to do, and I'm going to do that more. I do know that anticyclonic twister. Everybody have photos of that one that day. What kind of weather training do I have? All self-done. I took a 16-week course on severe weather forecasting at the National Weather Service in Norman, Oklahoma. Did the Skywarn storm spotter training, but then my real experience came. There was another storm chaser that kind of took me under his wing for my first 3 years and taught me how to storm chase. And that's where I got most of it. I have a pretty obsessive personality, so when I like something, I tend to go overboard and learn everything as I can. It's a gift and a curse. Hey, look how pretty it is now. How pretty the sky is. Got some blue skies with some clouds. Cumulus. Yeah, Skywarn is good. That's that's where I suggest everyone start, just so you can get the basics and know what storms look like and what part of the storms you should be looking at, what a wall cloud looks like, what a funnel cloud looks like. Because you would be surprised at the amount of people who consider themselves pretty educated on weather that do not know those things. I see it all the time when I'm out chasing. You'll be like out like somewhere in like Oklahoma or Texas Panhandle, and it was last year. I forgot the date, but it was when I saw 7 tornadoes in one day. Everybody did. I have the rainbow tornado. I got pictures of all that. But I got really close, about 100 yards from a really big like elephant trunk tornado, and it was pretty just funny because as I was turning the corner to go, there was like this group of people standing outside, all looking in the wrong direction and pointing. And like literally, if they would have just looked behind them, there was a massive tornado on the ground. So I say knowing what you're looking at is important. I mean, I've been doing this for 9 years now, and there's still times where I get confused. So I say the more info, the better. Oh, that's pretty cool. I have a friend that's a pilot here. He lives in Florida, but I keep talking to him and trying to talk him into coming up. And I want someone to take me on a flight around some storms. I'd really like to hop in the helicopter with somebody around some severe storms. They do helicopter severe storm coverage here in Oklahoma when it happens in the city on the news. And I would love to get into one of those copters for one of those. Definitely a bucket list thing for me to see us one of these supercells from a chopper. Oh yeah, but they fly those choppers all around these storms around here. The difference is with a chopper, you can get really close and stay really close, and it's better for photography and viewing. That's why I prefer a chopper. Obviously, a plane would be a lot more stable, but like they literally will just circle these isolated supercells that pop up in the planes in their chopper. I chase all over the U.S., Haley. I chased in about 15 states last year. I think I've already chased in like, I don't know, 10. Time out, Brian, because I don't know why you're giving all the F's there. Rules in my chat, but spamming is annoying. You're all good, Bella. Yeah, Channel 4 has that chopper in OKC. That's one of the ones I'd like to go up in. Traveling finances are an issue for me, but I appreciate that. Haley, thanks for the sub. But yeah, traveling expenses are, they're definitely a TikTok helps. So does all these super chats people give me really do help. Bella's like, I'll just send a Cash App. Hey, I ain't gonna be mad about that. Cash App's better. YouTube takes half of a super chat from you. Yeah, exactly. You got it. Do I remember the May 20th tornado in 2013? I do. Hey, that's cool. Yeah, that storm spotter training is pretty fun. Pretty cool training. I guess I'm right here on the dry line now. That's why you saw these cumulus, and now I'm getting on the other side of it. But these are not, I'm not worried about them. I don't think any of these are going to do anything. It is 83 degrees. I got all the way down to the 70s earlier, but as I've been pushing to the west now, I'm back up to 83 where I'm at right now. May 3rd, 99. I did storm chase back then, but I did EF5s. Hey, love having you from Connecticut. Appreciate that. The sky wanted to turn. Prep for everything after your knee surgery, Mary. I hope that goes well for you. My pops just went double knee replacement, so I understand that. But I don't understand it because I don't know the pain, but definitely recover swiftly. Twister, I will give you a shout out to your channel. I don't know about your weather server because I don't know you, but I would like to get to know you, Trevor. Wait, what's your name, Trevor? Sorry. Not so bad. Oh, Twister Hunter. I called you Trevor. My bad. But yeah. I don't generally give shout outs to channels unless I've like looked at them, you know. But I'm all about new friends, and if you want to make a new friend, Mr. Twister channel, I'll definitely would like to be your friend. that was my dad. My dad had bone on both knees. He had the exact same thing. He had his right knee done twisted. Twitter Hunter, you must have asked that and then left my channel, or it's that far delayed because I already said your name. Sorry, y'all. I'm going through a little town. I have to pay attention here. This four-way stop. Everyone knew the procedure well. You'd be surprised the amount of people that do not know how to use four-way stops and are grown-ass adults. Somebody can mute Twister Man over there who keeps spamming the same thing over and over after I've already done it. I don't really understand. Does it still work? Do people still do this? Do people go to other people's channels to try to do people still go to other people's channels and try to get them to like promote their channel? I don't know. Because you know why? That doesn't work. I don't understand it. Make good content, people will eventually find you. I always tell people, if your channel isn't you're resorting to going to other people's streams, you probably need to work on your content. I shout out channels all the time, but I like to get to know someone, know who they are as a human being before I do it as well. Call me old-fashioned, but this is a cool town. Stroud actually has some really good food in there. There's actually the cafe where that gave the inspiration for, you know, the movie Cars by the what was it? Was it a Disney movie or whatever? DreamWorks or not? Whatever the animated company is. I can't think of it off the top of my head. But the inspiration for that car came from a cafe here, and the whole cafe's done with it. It's pretty cool. Dollar General has a nice Monster drink selection. Good to know. Yeah, right. You didn't miss the storm. We all missed it because they just didn't happen today. There was a strong cap in place. Today was a condition, possible chase and conditional threat, and it didn't happen. Yeah, I think that's it. The VA Cafe. I've eaten there. I don't remember exactly where it's at, but it's right here close to Stroud, and I've eaten there before. I had a few work meetings when I worked at OU. Taco Mayo, that is definitely not my favorite. I'm definitely a Taco Bell guy. Oh, heck yeah. I remember when I was in Spain, man, they had like the street vendors made like the best freaking crepes. Hey, Brian, we're not talking about anything political. Somebody can remove him. I'll tell Brian when I tell everyone else. If you can not time him out. You can literally delete him for that, Mary. You can block him from the channel. I don't want you to get on here and do it. I don't need any of your politics. I don't need any politics on here. Thank you. Need to go to OKC, not Tulsa. We're getting on the turnpike here. But yeah, I ain't trying to have any of that stuff on my channel. It's all about peace, love, and positivity over here. Ain't none of that trash. Use your own platform if you want to make statements like that. And if you don't have a platform to talk about it, that might be the answer as to why no one wants to listen. Yeah, like I'm all about neutrality on this channel. You know, I have my own views on things, but that's not what we talk about on here. This is about storm and positivity and all that kind of stuff. Yep, I'm in I-44 now. Sorry, I'm over here looking at these cumulus over here to my left. Looking pretty. I know they're not going to turn into anything, but I'm still a lover of clouds, you know? I still love the clouds. Are done for today. There could be a chance that maybe no, I think they're done. Maybe a rain shower or something, but as far as like any severe weather threat, I think that's gone for the most part. There's some like cumulus popping up where I'm at, but they're not going to get going in time before yeah, you know, I think those really hot button topics are meant to be talked to with people that you have very close relationships with. Because honestly, when you talk to strangers, like honestly, if we don't know anything about each other, we're not going to respect each other's opinions. Where am I chasing tomorrow? I think probably up in Kansas. Faux show. It's 7 degrees Celsius there. It's 85 degrees Fahrenheit here right now. Hola, Joel Torres. ¿Cómo está? Yeah, they do, you know, but I think if, you know, those are the types of, you know, the type of relationships you should be having those conversations with. Uh-oh, that looks like religion. No religion in Espanol either. Do I like Dallas Fort Worth to get anything? I haven't really looked at the forecast for that, but the last I looked, it didn't seem like it was dropping down that far south, so I'm not sure. Talking about earthquakes in Costa Rica. Say what? Joel, la siento, no religion, por favor. Now we're on the good old I-44 turnpike that goes between Tulsa and Oklahoma City. When I used to work at OU, I drove this way too much. Mary says, I ain't got no time for you naughty peeps. My favorite areas to chase are western Oklahoma, the Texas Panhandle, eastern Colorado. So basically, I like anywhere in the plains, southern plains, high plains, it doesn't matter to me. Central Plains, I love all the plains. Oh, you live close to New Ulm. Cool. If you want to become a monitor, join my Discord. You can find that in my link tree in my bio. It'll be good. I have a Subaru Impreza. Russian severe weather videos. What is your name? So I can call you by your name. Call you RSV? Sure. That works. Do I usually chase? I sometimes have people with me. I do a whole series called Chasing with Edgar where I bring people out storm chasing with me for the first time, mainly musicians and other content creators. So sometimes I have those people with me. I have a few different chase buddies that chase with me. I probably am about 50-50, someone with me or by myself. You'd be surprised on the amount of people that flake out. They'll be like, yeah, I'm going chasing with you, and then the morning of, they just like stop answering your calls, which is kind of weird. I like chasing with someone, just it's fun to experience it with someone. But, you know, I've taken people that, I always say if you want to chase with me, you're probably only going to get to do that if you become my friend, and going to my Discord and chatting it up with me is the best way to do that, start an open dialogue. But yeah, I've taken several people with me chasing. Obviously, you have to be careful who you take with you. One, there's liability issues, so I'm not going to do it unless you're my friend and you know all of the, you know all the risk involved. But then also, you better know someone if you're going to be stuck in a car for 10 plus hours with them for multiple days, because people that are a little bit annoying, or even if I annoy you, it sucks to be stuck in a car with someone that's going to annoy you. Eric, what's good? Yes. That's okay, I get it, it's not for some people. That's why I like to do live streams, and that's why I do what I do, so people who have a fear of storms can live through me in a safe way. You'd bring some tea along, I'd appreciate that. I mean, I'm kind of a weirdo, so that is what it is. And I don't mind weirdos, just as long as you're not annoying. Honestly, the storm chaser community is full of a bunch of weirdos, me being one of them, so. Tea and honey cakes with spice? RSV, you got me. Shay was like, yo, vodka, you're from Russia. Nah, nothing's happening. Basically saw some towering cumulus try to go up in front of that dry line. They got choked out by the cap, heading back home now. The cap won today. It happens sometimes, Hey, good for you, RSV. I'm 3 years sober from drinking, so I've been drinking over 3 years now. But, sometimes I do participate in holidays like today. I am wearing green today. It sure looks like there are some storms wanting to form behind me right now. It's going to get dark before they're going to do anything. I'm going to pull over real fast, safely here on the side of the interstates. Just want to show y'all real fast through the trees what I'm seeing here. But yeah, okay, see if you look over there, there are some towering cumulus going up. That's going to be basically like, I think around Bristow, maybe, or maybe south of there. But they're not going to do anything severe. I don't think so anyway. Yeah, they're going up, but they're going to go down just as fast as those other ones did. You know, maybe they'll get some nighttime hailers that'll last, but I don't think that's going to happen today, based on what I've seen in the forecast. I mean, we have less than an hour left of light, really. And it's just going to enter in that same cooler air. Hey, Tristan! Glad to have you. Got another mod on the stream. I would normally, but like today, so if you look at the dew points, it's a very, very slim slither of moisture going on in Oklahoma today, and so I really don't see that happening. Really don't see it us doing anything at this point. Brian, Tristan, Bella, Mary, all up in the house today. Yeah, and I can see now. I'm looking back at those towers. They're looking the same way. They're looking choked off. Got that turkey tower look to them. Yep, Shane, you are correct. I will be chasing the next 3 days. How you found me? Reed's recommended. Wait, Reed recommended me? That would be cool. Yeah, I think Reed's over in Okmulgee. I just seen a tweet that he sent out. Video. Hey, listen, I was recommended from YouTube from watching one of Reed's videos. I'll take that too. I did meet Reed, and we are going to do a TikTok collab, so that's kind of cool. Hey, that's good to know. Shay found me on their own. All right, we got the full variety of people that found me here. Oh, those clouds too have crazy high bases now. That's because the dew points over here are like in the 40s and 50s. I'm 42. I started my TikTok at 41, and then I became a relatively large creator in my 40s, so no such thing as too old. Hey, that's cool, Shay. Yeah, like me and Reed DM each other, yes. But definitely not on like close friendship or anything like that. Honestly, I stick to myself in the storm chasing community. I don't have I've been recently trying to reach out more, and like I have a lot of younger chasers that I like, you know, will talk to and help out. I don't like, some of the chaser community can be toxic at times, so I always try to be friendly with every chaser I see. But I think sometimes they look at me and I think they just think I'm doing it for the shock value. I do have a booster box, correct. And, you know, I'm trying to reach out and meet more people, but I get discounted very quickly when I talk to some people, and it doesn't really bother me too much, but it does deter me from wanting to start conversations with a lot of people. They look at me and they see some dude covered in tattoos with like tornadoes on his face and head, and they're like, I have sold footage to channels in the past. That's when I started out doing. I take photography of them and sell them, but now one of the main things I do, I mean, I still storm spot from time to time, but honestly, I don't really feel the need to spot that much anymore because there are a lot of people that spot. So I do it mainly now for the live streams to be able to give people the opportunity that can't go out and chase that opportunity of what it's like. Also, I just love doing it it's fun. It's enjoyable, so I do it for that reason as well. I would like to get more involved in the science, but honestly, I don't have a degree in meteorology, so I would definitely team up with some other chasers that were doing that type of stuff if they ever wanted to. I definitely do it, you know, to bring awareness to storm chasing, give people the opportunity to chase they can't chase, all that kind of fun stuff. And I love it. Like, genuinely, I am the happiest most of the time if I'm storm chasing. It is a blast. It's fascinating, and it's hard. I like things that are challenging, and I think people think storm chasing is a lot easier than it is, because it's not easy. Heck yeah, Shay. I always appreciate people that promote my channel. I appreciate that, Haley. I try to be myself, and that's it. I mean, I'm a pretty extroverted person, which comes in handy when you're doing live streams and content creation, because to you all, it probably is cool. You're sitting there listening to me talk, but to me, I've had to just talk randomly for the last 172 minutes with no one in the car with me nonstop to keep it entertaining. That definitely takes a little bit of a challenge and a little bit of a skill. But yeah, storm chasing in itself is hard. People think, oh, all you gotta do is be brave to do it. No, there's a bunch of brave people that go out and storm chase and aren't successful at it. It just requires a lot of skill, and there's some luck involved as well. The irony that most people are watching me right now after the fact that I'm no longer chasing a storm and I'm heading back home. Some luck? I do think there is some luck involved, yes, but I don't think it's pure luck, because I think it's, you know, there's definitely a lot of science around how to forecast severe weather. So the more information you have, you can put yourself in the best possible position. But then still, there's a lot that we do not know about weather and severe weather, and sometimes those factors, you know, make it so that you see a storm, or you do see a storm when you weren't even in the right position. Yeah, I try to keep my connection on stream for sure with everybody. When I was growing up, my little sisters called me a motor mouth in the car, and it used to drive them crazy because I would nonstop talk. Little did they know it would come in handy one day, because now when I'm out live chasing and streaming, all I do is just talk over and over and over. Go ahead and turn my GoPro off. No need in filming the blue sky and sunset in front of me. like the vibes to live streaming on TikTok live streaming on YouTube versus TikTok. It's a little hectic on TikTok, a lot more like, trolls and stuff like that. It doesn't matter if there's a cop with radar, I'm going the speed limit. It's 80 miles per hour now on the turnpike, so you can go relatively fast. Yeah, I like that. It sounds like I could use a cup of tea. I don't drink a lot of tea, honestly. Because I'm American. I'm addicted to coffee. Any of you guys watch the show Ted Lasso? It's about an American football coach that goes and tries to coach a premier soccer league over in England. But it's really funny because he just calls tea garbage water. I don't think tea's that bad. I'll drink tea at night sometimes. I like sleepy time tea. I like some lavender tea. I like calming teas in the evening. Never had a drop of coffee. That's crazy. Will there be a tornado warning today? I think not. Yeah, I like some. I've had English breakfast tea, black tea, green tea, jasmine. I've had a lot of different teas. My windshield's getting very buggy, y'all. I do not miss the summer whenever it's like bug central. I don't know if there'll be a tornado warning tomorrow. That would be pretty hard for me to predict. I do think there is a chance for tornadoes tomorrow, but I don't know if I can tell you if there was going to be one or not. I've been really fast in cars. One of my friends had a Lotus Elise. Let me drive it once. I definitely got over about 135, 140 miles per hour. What made me get into storm chasing? A couple things. One, first and foremost, I don't try to hide the fact I'm an adrenaline junkie. I definitely am an adrenaline junkie. But what made me really get into it, so I moved to Oklahoma around 10 years ago. As soon as I did that, I was like, ooh, I gotta try storm chasing, that sounds fun. But then that same year that I went out with somebody for the first time was when there was the 2013 Moore and El Reno tornadoes. I got to see both of those back to back. I was in Moore about 15 minutes after it happened. I was helping with search and recovery and then helped with cleanup for weeks afterwards. Brought up some of my friends from Florida who were part of a nonprofit. We helped clean up, and I was helping, and right after it happened with the National Guard, do lot sweeps and find out who was okay. And then I had to run from the 2013 El Reno tornado with my family. And so after that, I just decided that I needed to learn all I could about storms if I was going to live in this part of the country, because I didn't want to be afraid, and I wanted to be able to, tell my family, keep my family safe. And in doing so, I became extremely addicted to storm chasing. I fell in love with it. I fell in love with the challenge. I loved learning about the forecasting aspects of it. And then actually going out on the chases was a lot of fun. It's difficult. Like I said, it's hard to chase. It's hard to chase, do it well, consistently. It's a lot of fun. So that's how I got into it. Basically, I always say this, and I've said it over and over. People are probably tired of hearing me say it, but I believe most of the time fear comes from lack of knowledge about something. So if you're afraid of something, you should try to learn as much as you can about it to alleviate that fear. And that's what I did, and so fell in love with the thing that I fear. that's the trick, you know, and that's why I do try to do things on my channel that help people. That's why I always try to teach when I'm live streaming if I can, talk about what's going on. I have 2 different videos. I have one on how to use the basics of radar scope, and then I have another one on how to observe severe weather on radar scope, and I'm going to keep doing those as YouTube videos as well. If I do all that, I want to help people there, and if I can do that by also, you know, starting to have a, you know, a positive community of people here on YouTube and TikTok, that would also be a win for me, because, you know, there's a lot of people that storm chase, and I understand that, but I want to kind of promote, you know, a place for acceptance and, you know, positivity and love and all that kind of good stuff. I know it sounds cheesy, but got 111 people on the stream. I appreciate everybody on the stream today. If you don't know who I am, I'm Edgar the Storm Chaser. I storm chase, as my name says. So, yeah, definitely give me a follow if you're into live storm chasing. I also put videos together of my storm chases afterwards in 4K. You can watch those as well. I have Discord, I have merch, I have all that kind of stuff. I get tired of promoting it. I'm a terrible social media person because I honestly hate it every time I gotta promote my stuff. But I've learned if you talk about it, people buy it, or people give you stickers. If you don't mention it, they don't. And unfortunately, that is how I fund everything. So, there you go. Mary posted the link. I have a link tree. You can get to everything. I sell photos. I sell shirts. Maybe one day I'll figure out a way to sell storm chases. I've had so many people ask to pay to do ride-alongs, but honestly, the legal ramifications of doing that and the startup costs are quite high. Is it coming south? Right now, there's nothing going anywhere. There is barely a blip on the radar, period, right now, so. But I do appreciate everybody popping in for this nice sunset drive back to Oklahoma City. Yeah, the storm motion today, if there were storms, was going to be southeast. Most of the time here in the spring, we're used to those, you know, ones that are moving to the northeast. But if there were going to be storms, because of the type of system it was, we're going to be moving to the southeast today. But yeah, I'm going to go home. I'm going to do some forecasting and figure out where my, you know, where my target area will be for tomorrow. Luckily, the car's all ready to go still. I just need to make sure I need to clear out some. I need to clear out some SD cards to make some room. Oh, what's my camera gear? All right, I have several. I have 2 GoPro 9s and 1 GoPro 7. I have 1 Sony action cam, and I have my photography camera. It also does video. I have a Nikon Z6 II, and then I also have a handheld for video. I have a Panasonic 981, and then of course for my Nikon Z6 II, I have like all kinds of lenses. I also make money as a photographer on the side. I used to do weddings and all that kind of stuff. I've kind of stopped that. I do basically photo shoots I want to do now. Hey, there you go. That's a good little package you got together. You know, the only thing I don't like about, you know, the mirrorlesses for video is they're not real easy. Like, you can get amazing video with them, but they're not like a point and shoot. And in storm chasing sometimes, you know, it's hard. It's hard to be able to do all that. Weddings, oh yeah, I mean, weddings are miserable to do, but they pay really well. Yeah, I have the skills to handle my gear too, but, you know, not when there's a 60-mile-per-hour storm motion with tornadoes, and I'm also running a live stream, forecasting, navigating, and driving. I need the easiest thing possible. If I happen to get on one of those tornadoes where you just get to stand somewhere and watch, which I have not had the luck of doing this year at all, they've all been crazy fast-moving storms, I definitely will get some video with my mirrorless, but yeah, it's difficult at times. I mean, I could stream at 180p now on YouTube. They allow that globally now. The issue is you have to have data to do that, and where you storm chase most in the US, there's not a lot of data. I have the best cell phone booster on the market that you can buy, and I still run out of signal a lot. And I've tried to stream over the 720p or 720, and if I do, it's terribly bad. All that, but I have all that in my Discord, but I'd rather my mods do those types of things than get a bot to do it on YouTube. And I know, I mean, I have all the ability to run it through Streamlabs, and I can do crazy overlays on my stream. That's just not my thing. I like to do this type of stream raw right now. When I'm doing, like, if you've ever tuned into one of my live forecasts, I mean, or like when I'm doing radar coverage of the storm, when I'm not out chasing, I have all the tickers and all the overlays and all that kind of stuff going. But when I'm out storm chasing, honestly, I want to be able to enjoy the storms. I'm already doing so much, you know, by running streams, taking video, you know, doing pictures, for like all the other stuff I talked about before, forecasting, driving, looking at radar. I don't want to add anything else that will take away from, you know, the enjoyment that I have when I'm out streaming. And sometimes, you know, the more stuff that you get, the more technology you get while you're out, you end up messing with technology more than actually enjoying what you do. And like I said before, I do this because I love it. It's fun. It's a blast to me. And I've had some times where I've been fumbling with technology and, you know, didn't get to like really soak in tornadoes and stuff. Yeah, I have my mods have already started a Q&A for me as well. Have I seen tornadoes up and close? Yes, I have. Lots of them. I've gotten very up close to some of the tornadoes. I think last year, even on one of my TikTok streams in eastern Colorado, it was hilarious. I got like chasing in eastern Colorado. Cell service was limited, but I was live and I had like signal, and I was watching this tornado. It was coming right at me, and then all of a sudden I realized it was coming at me a lot faster than I thought, and I had to like drive about 1.5 miles in reverse on the stream, literally as the tornado was coming right at me. It was crazy. What's up, Canada? You know, I sold, what is it, Weather Nation is a station up there. I once sold some of my, the footage of when my car got picked up and spun around. I sold that to Weather Nation in Canada. Yeah, unfortunately, like for the first like 6 years that I storm chased, I didn't do any type of video. I was just learning how to storm chase, so I wish I had. Last year I saw 21 tornadoes. I think I have photos and videos of about 18 of them. Saw some crazy ones last year. Saw those twin sister tornadoes in Nebraska. That was a fun day. Saw those 7 tornadoes in one day in the panhandle of Texas. That was a blast. Yeah, that's crazy. I know a lot of people have had some tornadoes pop down in front of them. Yeah, 7 in a day. That was a crazy day. What part of Canada are you from? My best chase experience so far was Ray, Colorado, and that was just because I got to take my dad to see a tornado. It was his bucket list. And Google search Ray, Colorado tornado. I didn't video back then, but Reed has a crazy video of that one. But that tornado was super awesome, almost completely rain-free base. Got to drive very up close to it with my dad, and just being able to take him to get to see a tornado was super cool. Yeah, it was very lovely. It was a nice. I love those like rain-free base tornadoes. They're super fun. Unfortunately, this year I've seen a lot of high precipitation tornadoes. So I saw 3 tornadoes, you know, like 2.5, 3 weeks ago down north of Austin, south of Waco, and I had to get very close because those were like rain wraps. So like you have to get like within a few hundred feet to see those sometimes. Not as fun, not as photogenic, a little more hectic. You don't have a lot of time to like, you know, think about what you're doing. You just gotta go. But last year, the day I saw 7 tornadoes, that chase is up there just because I saw 7, and I got the best photo I've ever got in my life, where I photographed a tornado literally directly in the center of a rainbow, which is crazy. Yeah, rain wrap tornadoes at night. All tornadoes at night are scary, but those rain wrap ones are as well. Funny story, I one time did make someone cry night chasing a rain wrap tornado. Yeah, and honestly, like, it's crazy. Like, yeah, I still love seeing tornadoes. Don't get me wrong. That's an amazing goal as a storm chaser. I get just as much enjoyment out of seeing like a storm with like crazy cool structure, like those. I love seeing, you know, the saucers and the motherships. I just like cool views, man. Like being a storm chaser, I get to see a lot of things that a lot of people don't get to see in real life. Yeah, I love seeing more than just tornadoes. Sprites are cool. I've never got to see any of those. I do want to go out and do like a Northern Lights photograph. Hey, John, welcome back. I definitely am a fan of doing some maybe photography up towards Canada, do some of the Northern Lights and that kind of stuff. I've never had to do anything like that. I've done it in Arizona at Arches National Park and Canyonlands. If you go look at my photo store and my bio, you'll see those. Those are some of my favorite images I've ever taken. Yeah, and I'd like to go do that same with Northern Lights. I mean, getting to photograph the Milky Way galaxy with the background of Arches National Park, definitely top 10 photo experience for sure. Milky Way is quite breathtaking. You should definitely go check that photo out. If you go on my IG and scroll down, you can see them on there too, but the photo store is probably the fastest to see them because they were a couple years ago. It took so long. What for, Autumn? Yeah, you're only allowed to use all caps if you're actually yelling at me. But then don't yell at me, I'm so nice. That would not be nice if you yelled at me. Mary says do not use all caps. LOL. I mean, only if you're yelling at me, Mary, because I want people to feel free to yell at me, but they can also feel free to be blocked. I love that. I have this weird thing, man. Like, I don't know if you can help with it, but hey, listen, if you love Northern Lights that much, you can do that too. But I don't mind if you do it every once in a while, but Mary won't like it if you do it all the time. The cat may be high on Friday. Yeah, you know, that we're always gonna, it's that time of the year, you know, where there's gonna be a cap involved in most Jaces in the planes. But oh, anyway, RSV, the thing I was saying is I want to train hop in Russia. You got some hookups on that? I'm chill. It's 420, right? I'm heading home to celebrate the holiday myself this evening. So, but yeah, I want to go train hop in RSV in Russia. I don't know how safe that is. If it's a little dangerous, I'm okay with it. Without tickets, sir. Without tickets. I want to do like real train hopping. Brian's quoting me over here. You're hilarious. Yeah, it does get annoying. Some people do it all the time. But you know, if you're just using it to use emphasis every once in a while. But like if we see a tornado, I give you all the permission. Mary, I'll tell you too. If we see a tornado, everyone can type awesome things in caps. Also, you can type in all caps if you're sending me a super chat. No rules on super chats. Well, there are some rules, like you can't don't talk about politics or be mean or rude to anyone. I don't like any of that stuff, but you can definitely do all caps in super chats. I will accept that. You know, we've been live for 200 minutes. That's a lot of minutes. It is pretty. I will say, if you've never had the privilege of seeing a Plains or Oklahoma sunset, they are quite beautiful out here. Yeah, all caps super chats. Yeah, that's what I need to make a shirt that says that, all caps super chat, because it kind of rhymes. No, I don't think there's anything else that's going to develop. There's a few, like Cumulus is trying to tower up close to I-44, close to Bristow right now, but I don't think anything's going to get going. The cap choked everything out today. Yeah, Saturday might be a big day too. Honestly, I'm one of these weird people. So when there's like multiple days of chasing, like I don't really get too involved until it gets like a day out. I mean, I might spend a few nights in Russian jail. I don't know if I want to do that, but you know, YOLO, right? You only live once, so. I've never been inside, I've been inside jails, but not because of me. I told y'all before, when I first moved to Oklahoma, I did child abuse investigations. I was a CPS investigator. So I got plenty of jails in, but. Yeah, I just normally, I just like look a day or two out, because what I've learned is when I used to like look in advance, the days I got hyped about would always bust. And then there would just be these random days that I didn't get hyped about that would be awesome. So I was like, you know what? I chase every day, unless I have like a family plan or a scheduled break. I chase every severe weather setup I can in the U.S., especially anywhere in central U.S. Like, obviously I'm not driving out to New York for those like little setups in the spring that happen like every once in a while, because I wouldn't have time. But so I just know I'm going to chase every day, and so I'll wait until it gets closer to do the forecast. I don't plan on going to jail ever in my life. I would like to avoid that. But, not gonna lie, a story about spending a night or two in a Russian jail for train hopping would be a dang good story. Yeah, I've found that to be the fact in Guatemala. We've had some people that have been with us that I know that have gotten in some legal trouble in other countries, and if you're a foreigner, they're a little bit lenient. They're also a little bit more lenient if you, depends on what country you're in, if you give them a little cash. Obviously, you can't do that in the U.S. I mean, I'm sure some people try, but probably end you in jail with even a higher penalty here. You want me to test that theory? Being mean, Mary, I didn't see it. Somebody was being mean. I do have a bucket list to go to Japan. That would be fun. I wish there. I don't know. Are there? I know there's like been tornadoes everywhere, but I can't imagine Japan being very easy to chase. One, it's pretty crowded, and two, there's a lot of mountains. But yeah, I'm all about that food. My theory is that Friday will be a cooler day. Yeah, that could be true. Honestly though, I don't like the high risk days, because almost like the higher risk days, there's just like, sometimes there's like a lot, like, you know, big clusters of storms, or it turns into a linear event. I really like those like chances where it's conditional chance chasing, like it was today, and you just happen to be out there when one pops, because those ones are usually the most photogenic. there's not a lot of other storms around them. Those are definitely my favorite days to chase. I do like chasing conditional days. I know a lot of people don't. Also, when it comes to chasing like a dry line or a triple point, I do prefer the dry over the triple point, but I will chase the triple point if I think that's going to have the better outcome. But I always prefer to get a chance to see one of those isolated storms. You know, we should do, I feel like my mods should be called hall monitors. Because mods are kind of like a hall monitor. Do you remember the hall monitors in school? Definitely will. I know we're going to get some nice colors soon, but here in a second. Hey, from Central Florida, what's up? Hey, weather's your strong suit. The downside is we're kind of at the end. But anyway, what I was going to say is as the sun goes down, once I get closer to my exit, I'm going to flip the camera around to me. Just because I don't think I want to show the whole internet exactly how to get to my house. I made that mistake one time on TikTok, and luckily TikTok doesn't like, when you stream on TikTok, you know, it doesn't like go to your feed afterwards, but YouTube does. But yeah, I definitely try not to show people direct driving. Not that I think anyone would come do anything, because actually most of my supporters are amazing. I've actually had people several times come find me in the middle of my storm chases on lives, and I don't mind that. I actually think it's kind of cool. As long as you do it in a safe manner and you don't scare the bejeebus out of me, I'm alright with it. But yeah, one time I was like driving home from Kansas last year, and I literally was on live stream. There was like 500 people, and they're like, you realize that you literally just showed us all how to get directly to your house? And I was like, my bad. Pretty lovely drive. This sunset's quite beautiful right now, right? I feel like I should just do some sunset live streams in Oklahoma when I'm not storm chasing. The sky really does turn amazing colors every time here. And I always feel like, I know it's, when I come here, the sky seems so much bigger than it did when I lived in Florida. And I think it's just because of the lack of trees and because it's so flat, but sunsets here are just truly beautiful. Hopefully tomorrow or Friday or Saturday. Those will be the next time I'm chasing, but you know, I also wish that I could predict it, because if I could predict when I was going to see a tornado, I'd probably be a pretty rich person. I know, I wish I could drive with chill music, but you know, YouTube doesn't like that, and they will demonetize my videos instantly. Yeah, we got contrails. know it's way more fun to see them live, but I do have some videos of tornadoes. I think I have more videos of tornadoes on my TikTok, honestly. I don't know. But yeah, I think it is. I do think it's a rush. People definitely want to see it live with me. But I definitely would love to encourage all of you to go watch some of my videos, check out some of my other content, not just my live videos, see what you think about it. Definitely feel free to leave comments and let me know what you like and don't like. Preferably what you like, but I also will take what you don't like in the comments as well. I may or may not listen to the suggestion. Hey, but that's good. That's a start. Yeah, that's about what I was putting on when I first started chasing. Last year I did almost 40,000 miles from March to June. It was quite a lot. I'm on pretty high pace right now. I mean, I'm driving, I change my oil every 5,000 miles during chase season. And I think I've changed my oil like 6 times already. So, yeah. I've driven a lot of miles this year as well. Hey, that's a lot of miles walked. I can't even things up every day on Apple Watch, so. Sunset, that's for sure. It's crazy as a photographer with like a raw photo on these sunsets, how many colors that you can get in one photo from a sunset. I definitely will. I've never been like a big sunset photographer. I've done it, you know, from time to time. But yeah, I like doing, I love looking at them. I'm doing great, doing good. Doing fantastic, you know. Had a nice little fun chase, pretty uneventful. Storms never broke through the cap. Had a really good stream, had a lot of cool conversations with everybody on here. Made a bunch of new friends. I do not have a ham radio, nope, I do not. I got some new followers, so that's pretty amazing. New subscribers, always love them. Mary added to her lead in the super chat competition, so she's probably definitely going to get to tell everyone what color I get to dye my beard, or tell me what color I have to dye my beard. Sorry. Getting ready to turn here, and we'll be getting closer to my exit. So, you know what? For the rest of the chase, you guys get to look at me. I know this is when I lose everybody in the chat, but it's close to the end of the storm chase, and like I told everyone, I definitely am not trying to show everyone the directions to my home. I did train through the National Weather Service. I mean, I did Storm Spotter through Skywarn, then I went and took a severe weather forecasting class at the National Weather Service in Norman, Oklahoma. 16 16-week loans. It was taught by Rich. Glad to have everybody super pumped about all my new subscribers. I'll be out live storm chasing these next 3 days as well, so make sure that you give me a sub and make sure you turn on that notification bell just in case you want to see me confront some live storms. Hopefully we have more storms over the next few days. In the middle of nowhere. I don't want to have storms over where people live, but I would love to see some storms out in the middle of the plains. That would be beautiful. I'll definitely, I usually check Discord at night before I go to bed. Oh yeah, Arizona has some beautiful sunsets. Actually a destination, me and my wife are already thinking about like retirement places. We're thinking about Arizona or New Mexico. That still leaves me close enough to, you know, I can drive out here and go storm chasing and all that kind of stuff. I'm also looking for an area with low allergies. You could find some nice sunsets probably wherever, everywhere really. I think some places have like, you know, they have better views, so they're not everywhere. But man, I think I have seen some pretty amazing stuff everywhere. Is there any reason why I don't have a ham license? Because I don't have a ham radio, and honestly, I don't really like. I think ham radio is one of those things that I would probably dive too deep in, and honestly just don't have time for any other crazy hobbies. And that's why I don't ever have them. But I don't really do the ham stuff just because I don't really have the time and the effort. And that'd just be another thing to add to my car while I'm out chasing. And if you can see the inside of my car, it's pretty full already. I have like 4 or 5 cameras up, and tablets and everything else going. And like I said, I prefer to get in a Discord chat and communicate with people other than ham radio. And cell signal's gotten good enough, and with my cell booster, I at the bare minimum can call or talk to someone pretty much anywhere. Unless I'm going up in mountain ranges, which you know don't do very often, storm chasing. You know, I haven't done it. I have a lot of friends that are into the ham radio and the scanners and all that, but just not me. I just don't do a lot of that. Yeah, have a good night, RSV, if you're heading out, if you fall asleep. I'm going to be getting off stream here in a minute anyway. I'm getting relatively close to home, probably about 5 minutes or so. Ham, you are a ham. I'm glad that I made my new Russian brother friend. But yeah, I know myself, I would get way too into it if I got ham radios, and my wife would yell at me because I'd probably just collect more junk. I would get way too into it. I would be like all about it. There's a little room to sit in my car. I can make it. You can see there in my back seat. I always, even though it's a day, I always pack a go bag. So that has like all my clothes and medications and stuff in that blue bag in the back seat, just in case I have to be out. I never know. Sometimes you get out on a chase and it ends up taking you really far away. So I always have that with me. Camera bags, of course. In all the seats. I do have a system in my car. I'm a 90s, I was a teenager in the 90s. I really like music. I like loud music and bass, so my car does have a system in it. And I can't be one of the few storm chasers that can pull up in the middle of a storm chase with my subs going, playing some like Notorious B.I.G. or something. If anyone anyone's wondering, I live in the fine town of Yukon, Oklahoma. It's right outside of Oklahoma City. Fun fact about Yukon, it is the home of Garth Brooks, the country singer. I've never seen him here, but it is where he's. Yeah, I really wish I could listen to music while I was out streaming, but no. You can with TikTok. TikTok doesn't care for some reason. But also, your live streams aren't monetized like they are on YouTube. Like, I don't know if any of you guys seen pop-up boxes, or did you have like an ad before the stream? I know on YouTube you do that, so that's why they can't have any of that stuff in there, I believe. And I get it. I used to work in the music industry. Ooh, I like the way the camera looks when I'm like this. It's like, makes my hands. If anyone reads Latin, they can. I don't know if anyone knows Latin, if you can read what my fingers say. You ever cared about the money on here? Yeah, yeah, I mean, you don't have to if it's not your career, but if you're making, you know, if you're making content creation your career, you have to care about money, because unfortunately, you know, money kind of makes everything go in this world. I mean, if I could live without money, I'd gladly do it, but that would also mean I'd have to live without doing anything. Yeah, right, no fear. Correct. Did you say ex-prison? I feel like 891 just wants to start a fight, but no, I was not in prison. But, I mean, if you're the type of person that believes anyone with a tattoo must have went to prison, that could be you. It means without fear, and it's a Latin phrase. I'm in Oklahoma City now, getting ready to be at my house. The most intense moment while storm chasing for me 100% was when my car I got too close to EF3 wedge tornado and got some air underneath the back of my car, lifted up, bounced around a little bit, got out of there fine, uninjured, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I know that's a lot of people's perception, but perceptions turn into stereotypes, and stereotypes turn into discrimination, and discrimination turns into prejudiced behavior, so I try to avoid those things. Yeah, I mean, I have thick skin, but I also will call out, you know, hatred, bigotry, stereotypes, discrimination when I see it. I mean, trust me, I've worked in, you know, professional settings. I worked at the University of Oklahoma, covered with tattoos. I have tattoos on my head, on, you know, on my face, on the back of my head. So I've had to deal with that most of my career, and I like to be one of the people that overcome that stereotype for people, right? I'm coming home. Yeah, that's the part of the beard that's going to get dyed whatever color Mary wants at this point, because she's totally winning the Super Chat competition. Pulling into the old garage, everyone. Oh yeah, if I go somewhere, I'll honor a culture if I can, but you know, I can't take the tattoos off my face. All right, well, I am done. I think all of y'all have a good evening. I'm sorry, I know the lights are out, but I appreciate you guys being on the stream. It was a crazy, boring day on the stream, but you guys all stuck with me, so that was really awesome. But we have like 3 or 4 more days. And then we'll be gone. Would you have to wear gloves too? I mean, a hoodie doesn't cover that up. I mean, if someone thinks I was going to prison to get my Slytherin Harry Potter tattoos, I mean, you know. But yeah, I appreciate you all being on the stream. Make sure you sub to the channel once again. that would be awesome. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.